Klez Camp for the first time in 1996. I was 14, and it was incredible. I mean, it was just, I remember so vividly my first Klez Camp. It was everything about it. My first teacher there was Sid Beckerman. I mean, I still say to this day that I learned 75% of everything I know about klezmer from Sid Beckerman in those first couple of years, and then the other 25% I've learned along the way. And at the time, I didn't even consider that I was studying with like one of the few links to the older world, the pre-revival klezmer scene. And over the course of the first 5 or 6 years, I got to study with Sid and Howie Leese and Ray Musiker and Paul Pincus and Danny Rubenstein, these 5. And I don't remember how fortunate I felt, but now looking back on it, I'm like, holy wow. I mean, like, people who come now don't have this option. Those guys have all died, and there's no one really like them. When I'm teaching, I think of that. I'm like, wow, I was very fortunate. I should try to be, I'm not them. I will never be, I don't have the same historical context that they have. I have a different one, but I don't have Howie Leese, the saxophonist who I studied with, played with Brandwine on stage, and these, I'll never have a context like that, but I know that I was fortunate enough to have it, and not everyone was, and because I started so young, and it was, the coincidences that led me to go to Klez Camp, So, now when I teach at programs like Klez Canada and Klez Camp, I try to think of that, and I try to give as much as I can.